Hi, I'm Dr. Tash. In today's episode, I'll be talking about optimizing natural fertility. Age is the most important factor when it comes to falling pregnant. Relative fertility is decreased by about half among women in their late 30s compared with women in their early 20s. The effects of age are much more pronounced in women than in men. For women, the chance of conception decreases significantly after the age of 35. Male fertility does not appear to be affected before approximately age 45 to 50. Alcohol. The body recognises alcohol as a toxin. I recommend that all women who are trying to conceive not drink any alcohol. Treat that period in which you're trying to conceive as a trimester all in itself. Body temperature monitoring can be very useful for women who are trying to conceive. In retrospect, you can actually pick up when you're ovulating, and you can see patterns and fluctuations in body temperature that may signify issues with progesterone production and thyroid function. Caffeine production. Overall, moderate caffeine consumption, that is 1 to 2 cups a day, before or during pregnancy has no apparent adverse effect on fertility or pregnancy outcomes. In men, caffeine consumption has no real effect on semen parameters. However, the effects of caffeine would also vary based on your genetics. Some people are fast metabolizers of caffeine, others are slow metabolizers. You can know this information by doing certain genetic tests. Drug taking, that is illicit drug use or illegal drug use. It might sound very obvious, but all of these drugs potentially harm babies and embryo development, so avoid at all costs. Ejaculation. Frequent ejaculation does not impair male fertility. In fact, around the time of ovulation, you want to be doing it as much as possible. You are not going to get her up the duff by doing it once a week. In fact, after more than 10 days of no ejaculation, semen parameters may actually deteriorate. Fertile window. When does that end? On the day of ovulation. Infections like chlamydia or bacterial vaginosis should really be treated before you start trying to conceive. Lubricants. Choose sperm-friendly and vagina-friendly lubricants. Things like KY are quite harsh to vagina, and they are definitely not sperm-friendly. Cervical mucus. When the mucus is slippery and clear, that's when the chances of falling pregnant are highest. For more information about cervical mucus and predicting ovulation, watch my video series on how to get pregnant. Nutrition, what you eat, is so important. Food is medicine. For both male and female, it's important to eat a healthy, well-balanced diet. Avoid junk food, processed food, and foods with lots of salt and sugar. Ovulation predictor kits can be very useful in predicting ovulation and helping you conceive. For more information on how to use ovulation predictor kits, please watch my Dr. Tash video on this. Ovulation tracking can also be very useful to help you fall pregnant. What that does is it helps us monitor your menstrual cycle hormones, helps us predict when you're about to ovulate. We get you to have sex at the right time, and we check progesterone levels in the second half of the cycle. Orgasm is just as important during sex for women as it is for men. Many women, however, don't actually orgasm during sex. What does orgasm do? Orgasm creates a hormone, oxytocin. Sperm transport through the tubes to meet the egg may be boosted by this hormone. So if you can, get your orgasm on. Different positions during sex. There is no evidence that lying flat on your back or with your legs high up in the air is going to increase the chances of pregnancy. What you want to do is make sure that sperm gets as close to the cervix as possible, which often means deep penetration. Sperm that end up at the cervix mid-cycle find themselves in the fallopian tubes 15 minutes later. Often couples who are trying to fall pregnant don't fall pregnant very quickly. It can take people months, even years to fall pregnant naturally. And some people kind of lose their mojo, they get a bit bored. I'd recommend visiting a sex shop, get some sex toys, keep it fun. If you don't feel like walking into a sex shop, you can always buy online. Certain supplements during pregnancy are very important, even pre-pregnancy. One example of this is folic acid. Most women should be on at least 400 micrograms a day to reduce the risk of neural tube defects. Iodine is also becoming an important part of pregnancy supplementation. A good quality multivitamin for pregnancy preparation is important for both men and women. Smoking is a big no-no, both for men and women, and that's active and passive smoking as well. We know from many studies that it takes a lot longer for a couple to conceive if either one of them are smoking. If they are smoking, miscarriage rates are higher. You're more likely to have troubles falling pregnant, even with fertility treatment like IVF. Toxins and environmental pollutants are being recognised as a potential cause of reduced fertility. Although information is now limited, it is increasing rapidly. Body weight. You want to be at a healthy body weight when trying for a baby. Pregnancies are more complicated in women who are underweight or obese. This weight issue is not limited to women, it's also important for men. And lastly, the Z's, sleep. It's important to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours per night. You need the energy to have enough sex to get pregnant. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Dr. Tash TV. I hope it helps you fall pregnant naturally. If you've enjoyed this episode or found it useful, please share it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and so you don't miss out on any future goodies. Until then, be well.